Thanks for keeping it tuned in to the Sports Cubicle. I'm your host, Mike Mercado, here on WCPT 820 AM Chicago. And this past Monday, the Chicago Bulls had their media day. Now, obviously, the Chicago Bulls, the Chicago Blackhawks are getting ready to start their regular seasons. And it has been something that we have been talking about, not just because of the new channel that you'll be able to watch Bulls, Blackhawks, and White Sox games, but also the Chicago Bulls are going to have a new look to them. And there is still rumblings about one current Chicago Bull who might not finish the season with the team over at the Madhouse and Madison. And that is Zach LaVine. This comes to us from Bleacher Report. Adam Wells, NBA rumors Zach LaVine trade to be actively explored by Bulls amid Stars remarks. Zach LaVine made it clear during Monday's media day sessions that he is committed to helping the Chicago Bulls be successful this season, but the team is going to keep the door open for a trade involving the two-time All-Star. Per Joe Cali of the Chicago Sun-Times, the Bulls are continually to, quote, actively explore deals involving LaVine. This comes after LaVine said he is fully healthy and ready to do all that he can for the Bulls as long as he is playing for them. The Los Angeles Lakers are the team that has been most frequently connected to LaVine in a trade speculation, but there is no indication that a deal has ever been close to happening. Check out the entire article over at Bleacher Report. Zach LaVine trade to be actively explored by Bulls amid Stars remarks by Adam Wells. And I think this is non-surprising, right? With Matas and Kobe White and Ayo Dosunmu, this is a team that is trying to go young and trying to develop. Pat Williams coming back from injury. They can't get rid of Vooch's contract, so he's just going to be there until you get to the last year of his deal, and then you're trying to move on with him from a team trying to get out of any type of salary cap hell. But when it comes to Zach LaVine specifically, a team is going to want him, and he's going to want to go to a team that's ready to win. But beyond ready to win, I think the one thing Zach LaVine really needs is to not be the guy. It was tough for him and DeMar and Kobe and Pat to gel and mix and flourish in a way that they did, especially without Lonzo Ball. But right now, this Bulls team is in pure development mode, is in pure rebuild mode. They made that perfectly clear after you got rid of DeMar DeRozan. And I can't blame them. I think Mark Eversley and Arturas Karnisovas needed to make this move. I think they tried going for a win. I think they tried on the fly type of building. And for one season when they were fully healthy, and if anything, it was only half a season when they were the number one seed, they thought they had something, but they've been nowhere near being a good team, a competitive team for a long time. So you have to make this move. What are you holding on to Zach LaVine for? All you are doing is stunting the growth and development of other players offensively. And for Zach, if you're Zach, you want to go somewhere where you could compete and you could get the stigma of not being a winner off of you. Go get a championship. If it's with the Lakers, I don't know if the Lakers are a championship team. I mean, you always are with LeBron, right? But go somewhere where you can win, where you can get that monkey off your back of being labeled a stats guy and not a winner. I think the Bulls are in not only full development, they should be tanking. I hate, and I've always hated this weird, we're going to win 40 games, 41 games, 42 games, and we're going to try to be half competitive, try to sell out some of the games, but not actually win anything, not be a series contender for anything. If the ultimate goal is championship number 7, the way through that, once again, for Bulls fans, is to go through a tank and hope that you get some type of generational player, that a generational player on another team is ready to move on. You need to be in a place where you're ready to make that move, whether it's through the draft or through cash. When it comes to a trade, when it comes to assets, the Bulls need to be in that position, and they constantly haven't been. So holding on to Zach LaVine does nothing to get you closer to that. So I think it is a foregone conclusion that at some point Zach LaVine gets traded this NBA season. The only question is, how honest and transparent is the front office going to be with Bulls fans about what they are expecting and what we should expect? We want to know your thoughts, though. Do you want to see Zach LaVine get traded? Were you upset that DeMar DeRozan got traded? Which one of the young Bulls are you excited for? Let us know your thoughts. We're on Twitter at Sports Cubicle TV. Check us out on YouTube at The Sports Cubicle. Of course, over at the mothership at heartlandsignal.com. Our SoundCloud over at WCPT 820. And just search us over at Sports from the Couch. We got more coming up next on this edition of The Sports Cubicle. I'm Mike Mercado.